Alright, so now we're going to multiply fractions and mixed numbers. So when you multiply fractions, you don't need to worry about common denominators. All you do is multiply your numerators and multiply your denominators. So the first one, I got 3/4 times 1/5. So I just do my numerators. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 5 is 20. Next one I have 7/8 times 4/7. So again, I just do 4 times 7 is 28. And 8 times 7 is 56. Now I need to reduce that, and I can divide both of those by 7. 28 divided by 7 is 4. 56 divided by 7 is 8. I can reduce again, divide both those by 4 to get 1/2. Now there's another way to do that where you don't have to reduce at the end, and that's reducing these before you multiply. So let's go back to that original 7/8 times 4/7. Now I can't reduce 7/8 and I can't reduce 4/7, but I can cross reduce, meaning I can reduce 7 and 7 and 4 and 8. And the reason I can do that is because multiplication is commutative. So I could really rewrite this as 7/7 times 4/8. Now I can reduce my fractions. 7/7 reduces to 1/1. And 4/8 reduces to 1/2. And then I just multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. So I got my original answer of 1/2. Alright, so now we're going to multiply some whole numbers times fractions. So I have 15 times 3/5. Well, in order to multiply fractions, you have to have fractions. So I need to turn that 15 into a fraction. So in order to do that, I just put it over 1. Because anything divided by 1 is still the same thing. So I have 15/1 times 3/5. Again, you can reduce this before you multiply. And to do that, I can't reduce 15/1, I can't reduce 3/5, so I can cross reduce. I showed you just a second ago. You can rewrite those, but you don't have to go to all that work. You can just cross reduce by looking at what goes in both 5 and 15. Well, that's 5. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 15 3 times. So now I can just multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. 9/1 equals 9. So again, I got 12 and 7/8. 12 times 7/8, sorry. So I put 12/1. So now I have 12/1 times 7/8. Again, I can reduce before I multiply. I can reduce to 8 and 12. Both of those, you can divide them by 4. So 8 goes into 4 twice. Said that backwards. 4 goes into 8 twice. And 4 goes into 12 3 times. So now I can multiply. 3 times 7 is 21. 1 times 2 is 2. Make this a mixed number. 2 goes into 21 10 times with 1 left over. So your answer would be 10 1/2. Alright, so now I'm going to multiply mixed numbers. So I have 3 1/5 times 2 1/4. And when you multiply fractions, the best way to do it is to make them improper fractions. You can do it without improper fractions, but you're going to be multiplying 4 times. And I don't think you really want to do that. I can show you that if you really want to in another video, but for right now, we're just going to make them improper fractions. Just trust me that this is the most efficient way to do this. So, make them improper fraction by multiplying and adding. So 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So that would be 16/5 times 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9/4. Now I can reduce this before I multiply, because if I don't have to do 16 times 9, I don't want to. So I can reduce 4 and 16. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 16 4 times. Now that looks a little bit easier. 4 times 9 is 36. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 will go into 36 7 times with 1 left over. So 7 1/5. So same thing down here. 5 1/3 times 11 5/7. Make them improper fractions. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. So 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16/3. 7 times 11 is 77. 77 plus 5 is 82. over 7. So I look real quick, is there anything I can reduce? 8 plus 2 is 10, 3 doesn't go into 10, 17 doesn't go into 6, so there's nothing I can reduce here, so I just have to multiply this, and sometimes that's just what you have to do. So 3 times 7 is 21, and then 16 times 82, I just need to work that out. So when I work it out, I get 1,312. Now how many times will 21 go into that? And the answer there is 62. And then you subtract 62 times 21 is 1,302. So minus the 1312 would give you 10 left over. So you get 62 and 10 over 21. So if you can reduce, it's going to make your math a lot easier, like in that first example. Sometimes you can't reduce, you're going to get big numbers, and you just kind of have to live with that and work it out.